What is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. We're just back at it again, doing some editing, a little behind the scenes on one of our behind the scenes videos for our short film. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for a couple people to hop on and then we'll jump into it. Just gonna move this mic up. Comment down below if you're in the chat. We'll try to answer any questions you have, and yeah. Let's see here. All right, this is Final Cut Pro. I'm just gonna jump straight in. Just turn that down so you can see the live chat. There we go. Okay. So last time Solomon just kind of did this intro part right here. What I'm going to try to do this time is, right now it's getting a little bit long with a lot of the shots. How I've been doing it is been showing each shot. So for instance, use this as an example. It'll go
shot 13 and shot 14 also kind of
just like that. It'll go shot 13, shot 14, or whatever it is. And so just all the explaining can sometimes take a long time. So today I'm going to try to kind of shorten it all down to where it's just, I don't know, kind of like a brief overcap, and then only show the main parts that really need to be shown. Yeah. Comment down below if you're in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer the questions. And yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. So here we go. All right, starting off, notice a couple things. My audio kind of dips down here.
Here's how it all started.
After hours of brainstorming, we finally figured out the idea we're going to land on.
But we'll break
this part right here, the audio is too quiet, so I'm going to raise the volume there, but you can use this little headphone thing right here. Make sure the audio is not peaking.
But we'll break it down from the beginning.
So if you see, it's at 4 right now, so a little too high, so move it down to like 9.
But we'll break it down from
still a little too high. Go down to like 8.
But we'll break it down from the beginning.
Seems pretty good. I think I'm going to go to 7 just to be on the safe side. And just unclick that.
We finally figured out the idea we're going to land on.
But we'll break it down from the beginning. Shot 1.
We're currently filming.
Okay, that looks good.
Down from the beginning.
This part is where I start coming back though.
From the beginning.
So I kind of come back to the mic right here. So I'm just going to do a keyframe here. Or I can just do R. It's the range selection tool. Just press R. And then you can select over the spot you want to dip. So it starts getting louder there. And so just right here, I'm going to lower this part. And then I'm just going to delete this keyframe. Oh, there we go. Delete this one. Delete this one. And then I'll go, this is at -3 right now. So I don't know what's happening. Oh, gotta click off of that. There we go. And I just want to probably like a 0. So we'll just slowly fade that over the course of this time right here, so it sounds more natural.
Down from the beginning.
Still can raise it a little bit. Probably go up to like, I don't know, 4. There we go.
From the beginning. Shot 1.
We're currently
Looks good. Now let's
down from the beginning. Shot 1.
We're currently filming.
Okay, that looks better. Now, I noticed the Mission Impossible song right here. This is a joke we made with our buddy Connor right here, that he's like the Walmart version of Tom Cruise. And so someone put the Mission Impossible song right here.
He's the Walmart.
But it's a little too loud. Sorry, that might be too loud for you guys' speakers. So I'm going to lower it. If you can see, it's peaking right here. Actually, it's not peaking, but it's definitely pretty high. Usually you should keep audio around like, or music around like 6 or -6, but you want it to be more, this is supposed to be more like intense. So like if you're trying to get the viewer's attention, it can be a little louder, but I'm just going to lower it just so it's not too loud.
We're currently filming the new video. Right here.
I'm Tom Cruise.
Hello?
Hang on, I'm playing that dialogue. Let's try to see.
Walmart version.
There we go.
He's the Walmart version of Tom Cruise.
Hold it up on the gray.
Got Josh here. Pulling a little stick.
Okay, that looks good.
Con opens.
And then another thing I noticed is we do a little time lapse over here, and it's supposed to end with the actual shot. So what I need to do is try to find the spot where it was. It's like somewhere right here. You can go up here and press custom so you can see your speeds. Let's see. I'm supposed to open my mouth, so there, right there. Okay, that's it right there. So I'm gonna cut that. And it should be here where I'm trying to do it. So just like that. So I gotta go back. I think like right there. Should be good. I'm just trying to line it up. It was lined up, but it got messed up. Okay, really close there. Let's see. I think like right there. Oops. I'll delete this one right here. You know what? I'm actually going to put this down to normal speed and then speed it up. So I'm just going to go here. Right now we're at, let's see. We're at 8,000. I'm just going to turn it to 100%. Just so I can see for now. Don't want to mess with the music down here though. $8,000 definitely speeds up a video, so I have to drag this out pretty far. I think it's somewhere around right here. I think so. It's this one right here. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's around right there. So I think that's actually pretty smooth. If you just extend it, what I can do is just if you press Option Hold, you can duplicate the clip, and then I'm just gonna turn this opacity down and then just try to match it. So that one's like a second off. So let's start like there. See if that fixes it. So it's still like a second off. So one more second forward, I'd say. And that should, oh, I don't think so. Be 1 second back. No. One more. It gets brought lower, so I think it's, something's happening here. It's like this is a freeze frame. What is it doing? Okay, that's what's happening. Oh, there we go. So it should be like right there. And we'll cut that. Delete that there, and then we'll re-see if that should line up better. That actually might be the wrong clip. Come on, let's see. That actually might be the, oh no, that was the correct one. Okay, there. I think that's where it's supposed to be, right there. So it's like a second off. Still 1 second off. One more. Sometimes it's hard to match these things up. So it's a little lower. You know, I think the best bet here is just going to be to just copy this one and just extend it from here and then cut the rest. I'm not really sure what happened here, so I'm just going to delete that and extend this out as long as the other one is, which is all the way back here. There we go. That should work better. Okay. Now we're talking. So now I'm just going to mute the track. I think Final Cut Pro's glitching a little bit right now. It's being a little picky. There we go. That should work. Okay. That looks good. I'm going to drop this into the timeline, and then I'm going to speed this one up by 8,000, just like the other one. Just like that. And let's see here. That looks better. Okay, I'm just going to leave this blank slate right here.
Great.
I think the timing is changing something, so I'm actually going to undo that. Make this a compound clip just so it doesn't change the timing. It's changing something with the timing, so there we go. Now let's change it to 8,000. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but that's there we go. That's correct. So that's the correct one.
Great.
Boom. So now what we can do is go over here. I'm going to change this one back to 8,000 just how it was. And then I'll just copy over the effects. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm just going to move this song over right here. One thing that's nice in Final Cut Pro is you can assign roles. So if you go to assign audio roles, you can do music. And then you go over to your index inspector, you can hide all your music or your sound effects. So I like doing that. And then you can also save background, or you can save like videos without background music and stuff like that. So it's super helpful. Comment down below, guys, if you're in the chat. Appreciate everybody who's on. And yeah, any questions you have, just let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. I know it's a little late tonight, but just thought I'd do it before the day ended. There we go. And I'm just going to render this out. Control R. If you select a clip you want, press Control R, you can render it out. I'm just going to sit back and wait for that to render. Okay, now we can see. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. There is, I don't even know what that is. Some blank spot there. Final Cut Pro is kind of glitching right now. It's doing some weird things. I'm going to try to figure out what it is, though. I'm just going to, maybe the opacity. No. It could be in this compound clip, too. I'm just going to delete the LUT that's on this. Sometimes maybe that can create errors. And then I'll just copy it from this one and paste it directly on top. Copying is Command C, pasting is Command Shift V. I think it's this motion blur, so I'm actually just going to delete it. It's moderate motion blur 3. It's by the YouTuber Ryan Nangle. He makes a lot of good products for Final Cut Pro. So I'm just going to go over to it. It's called Moderate Motion Blur, and then Moderate Motion Blur 3. This one right here. Sometimes motion blur can glitch. So sometimes you have to put over like an adjustment layer or something just to prevent problems. So I'm just going to wait for that to render out again and then see if that fixed the problem. Comment down below, guys, if you're in the chat. Appreciate everyone who's in the chat and who's watching this live stream. And yeah, any questions you have, I'll do my best to answer them. Almost done. Still did it. So to prevent that problem again, I'm just going to add an adjustment layer. I think it's the motion blur. So I'm just going to go add an adjustment layer. Final Cut Pro added this in the new update. So if you're not up to the latest Final Cut Pro, you probably won't have this. It's in one of the newer updates. But it's they add an adjustment clip. So it's just option A. And sometimes with plugins and templates, it can kind of do random stuff. So sometimes you put it over like a adjustment layer just to prevent any problems from happening or occurring. All right. Still did it. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Maybe it's this. I think it's the text. Something must be on this text. Oh, it's the motion blur. Okay. Not really sure. I'll come back to it later. But that looks definitely better.
The whip ends, and Connor reaches down to grab the button, and the
This song now needs to be moved because it is that clip got changed there. So I'm just gonna trim that off and do that.
The whip ends.
Extend it to like there.
The whip ends, and Connor reaches down to grab the button and the note.
There we go.
Shot 4. Connor picks up the button and the note.
So I'm thinking for this part right here, it's a little too much for these shots that don't really have a lot of BTS. And so my idea is, what I'm actually going to do is, actually, I'm just going to keep that there. Sometimes you can duplicate projects if you want to save your progress. You want to go back to the old one. I'm just going to try something. I'm going to duplicate this project. So I'm going to call this BTS new. I'll open this one up. Okay, and then so what I'm going to do, I think, for these is, actually, I'm just going to do on the old one just because it's already rendered out. I'm just going to kind of get rid of us saying shot 4 and stuff like that, and then I'm just going to go straight to the shot itself. So the idea behind this one, or the idea behind this, let's see if it works. It's just to do it like this. So I'll move the graphics, the text where it says shot 4 over this. And then I'm just going to have the sound effect be there. And I think I'm going to get rid of where it says shot 4 and just have it showing in a real video. So
Connor picks up the button and the note.
Shot. I think something more around that lines, the lines of that, just so it doesn't get repetitive and annoying. For the major shots, I think I'm going to show it, though, just because there's more to say in those shots. But these shots, it's super quick. There's not a lot of behind the scenes for these, so just hide this.
Connor quickly and nervously opens the note
Only
and
press
reads it.
this button if in extreme danger. What?
Shot 6. So I think I'm just going to go for this one right here. Same idea. 6.
Bad guy's hand goes up to his earpiece. Bad guy then says, the button.
And then you got to add the sound effect, which is down here.
Bad guy's hand goes up to his earpiece. Bad guy then says, the button arrived. Get ready.
Shot 7. All right, this will be... So this one, I'm going to keep the shot 7 part because that just sounds better there. But for the rest of these, I'm just going to bring them down under the timeline just in case I want to come back and put them back in. But for now, I think that looks better. So just going to delete that and move it down under the timeline. Just keep it hidden there. And that should be good.
Connor picks up the button and the note. Connor quickly and nervously opens the...
So I think I'm going to get our talking right here more direct. Like it starts sooner. So I'm going to like trim this off right here. And
Connor quickly and nervously opens the note and
Only
reads
press
it.
this button if
then I'm going to bring it above everything just so it...
Connor quickly...
Actually, we'll keep that under there maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this above the text just so the transition's not happening. Or let's see how it looks.
Connor quick...
Yeah, I'm going to keep it above the transition, the black bar transition, just so it looks a little better. And then same with this shot right here. Trim it off.
Connor picks up the button and the note. Connor quickly and nervously opens the note and
only
reads
press
it.
this button if in extreme danger. What?
That guy's hand goes up to his ear.
Hang on 1 second. Let's see here. Just gonna check the live chat. All right, let's hop back in. Okay. Same with this one. There's a lot of extra here, so
That guy's hand goes up to his earpiece. That guy then says...
oh, this one's lined up with my mouth actually.
That guy's
so-
hand goes up to his earpiece. That guy then says, the button arrived. Get ready.
Shot 7.
All right, this will be... Okay, so this one I'm going to keep here. That looks good. This, I think I might trim it down a hair.
Connor quickly and nervously opens the note and
Only
reads
press
it.
this button if in extreme danger. What?
Shields
Back
there. It's okay. So this part has a lot of BTS, so I'm going to leave something like this.
Maybe just...
So I like how that looks.
Connor says,
Whatever.
Presses the button.
That was...
Presses the button.
Okay, that is doing a weird effect, so let me just make sure. Center scale. Center scale. Make sure it's not doing...
Presses the button.
There we go.
That was good. That was good. Shot 8.
So this one has a lot of behind the scenes as well. I'm going to keep this one up.
Connor then transitions to a pitch...
Shot 9 and 10. Here's where kind of the merging of drawings kind of happened. We kind of just did a different shot. Our Connor just mysteriously going up to the button, which says they're coming for you.
This is actually the note that we used in that shot.
So I'll start maybe all the way back there.
Shot 12.
He then says, who?
Okay, so this is where I'm going to do a little bit of change. We don't need the shot 12 and all that, so I'm just going to delete that.
He then says,
trim it right there. I'm going to take back the real audio from the real short film. And then I'm going to put the cinematic thing right here.
who? Connor then...
Just like that. And then I'm going to drop this shot.
He then says,
I'm going to hide these just for now.
who?
I'll hide these clips real quick. I'm going to make sure this is the entire shot. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay.
Who? Connor...
Okay, so that looks good. Now I'm just going to go...
Who? Connor then tosses the paper.
So that looks good right there.
Then says,
Is the first paper done? Now we're moving on to the second one. This is where the drawings kind of stopped. Yeah.
So I'm going to delete all this. We actually had a storyboard, and we ended up not...
Kind of just went off to the script.
We didn't end up using any of this part right here, so...
The drawings kind of... Now we're moving on to the second one. Now we're moving on to the second one. This is... That is the first paper done. Now, shot 13 and...
All right, guys. I think that's going to be all for this live stream. Thanks for everybody who joined. Yeah, the goals, we'll be doing this probably like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes like today, like Tuesday, we don't get a chance to do it the day before. Yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone who's on the stream. And hope you have a good rest of the day.